Oh, we got an audio round.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes. It's special. All right, hello. Welcome to a very, very, very special episode of the Career We Go podcast. I am Doc Brown, returning from my stint as a guest in the, what was it called? The Right Stuff episode. Very enjoyable day. I've come back as a host. Bobby's been badgering me. I've been working behind the scenes. I actually have like a lot of shit to do, but in between that, I've become obsessed with trying to create a quiz for these boys that I think will work. So welcome to the special episode, Doc Brown's Career We Go, and this is Maniche football trivia quiz.
Oh, nice.
All right. It's going to be pun heavy. So we got Joe, Theo, and Bobby. It's going to be a three-way clash. Joe, have we got any updates for our listeners this week?
Yeah, just a quick one. Do get yourself down to the Volley on Old Street on September 12th when we'll be doing a quiz. And also do subscribe to our YouTube, which is, Theo?
Career We Go pod at youtube.com.
Yeah, just follow our socials and do subscribe to our YouTube as well.
Nice. So like I was saying off air, like I realized when you put this thing together, there's ways of doing it and ways of not doing it. Like thinking of a great question is one thing, and then realizing how much research you have to do can make it a nightmare. So like I've settled on 5 rounds.
Nice.
There's good. Like 6 or 7. I opened up like days later and thought, what was I thinking? There was one where I was going to get you to name like every club that's ever gone out of business.
I like it.
Did you have a pun for it?
It was called "I Want You Backer for Good." Some of the clubs have come back for one reason or another. Some have become completely defunct.
That's got
Save
legs.
that for next one. Then there was like I don't do young here.
Nice.
Which was players who've changed their allegiance from one country to the next.
That's good.
Don't mind it.
Maybe save those for next time. And then there was just a bunch that were just fucking names, just like a partridge in Paris. I mean, knowing me, knowing Ben, me knowing Eunice Kabul. Don't even know what that one was.
It's literally you with a dictaphone.
So many gigs. That was just like players who play for loads of clubs. If we need them, we're belling them. Players who came back to their former club. The Brian kids are all right. That was going to be about the oldest and youngest players on each team in the Premier League. Maybe I'll do that another time as well.
Yeah.
James Miller is boat.
Sure.
But today, the ones that actually made the cut, and I really do hope they all work. Obviously, we'll kick off with Career We Go, as tradition dictates. Round 2 is going to be Udogie style.
Nice.
Round 3 is I think he ings both ways. Round 4 is Dice to Meet You, which is our special audio round.
Ooh.
Very good.
And then we'll finish off with a quick fire battle in a round that I call Oh Dear.
Okay.
Oh Dear.
Nice.
Names of all of these will become clear as we get deeper into it. So let's kick off in traditional fashion with Career We Go. And your first player... Oh, look, I've already fucked it. When did he start his career? All right. Oh, yeah, here we go. Your first player, good Lord, he's still playing. 2003, and he's still going.
Wow.
He began his career at Middlesbrough and Cardiff City, Birmingham City, Stoke City, little loan to Palace, the Norwich City, permanent, Derby County, and then, apologies, I think this is a Turkish club, Göztepe, and then, clearly didn't work out, Milton Keynes Dons, Luton Town, and now he is at Bolton Wanderers, still going.
Christ.
It's not often this happens, right? Let's see.
No.
Cameron Jerome?
Whoa, straight in there.
Superb.
Good
There
job,
we go.
Bobby. Point there.
Cameron Jerome is still playing. That's
I was
insane.
really surprised.
At Bolton.
Bolton Wanderers.
mad.
I vaguely remember him coming off the bench watching Match of the Day
Yeah,
last
yeah.
season for Luton. I think that can't be Cameron Jerome.
Yeah.
I was thinking it'd be his son or something.
Wait, he was at Luton last year in the Premier League?
Yeah.
What?
Mental.
Fucking. Has he got any goals for Bolton?
Don't have the stats on. He got 4 in 52 for Luton. Looks like his best. He's never been much of a goal scorer, man. 38 and 130 for Norwich, I think, is his best showing.
I think he had one good season at Cardiff that got him the Birmingham move, maybe.
Well, he got 24 in 73 for Cardiff, so maybe that was literally one good season. He just got the 23 and then 1. I don't know. But, yeah. Journeyman.
Fair play, Cameron Jerome.
Surprised.
Does he only go to Palace?
Yeah, he was a loan for us. We were still in that tradition that we began after Andy Johnson left, which was like, we don't want any number 9 scoring any goals.
Why would you?
Don't want that. It's too boring.
You've had a few
so he
kind
was-
of weird loan moves that people would forget. Like Kevin Doyle was there for like
Yeah.
Kevin Doyle was at Palace?
for like 3 games.
Well, like after Wolves and stuff? Or...
I think maybe from Wolves.
Wow,
Possibly.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many have come and gone. Just miss them.
But yeah, goal scoring strikers overrated.
Yeah,
man.
not really
Yeah,
our
yeah.
jam. Not really our jam. All right. Player number 2. This player began his senior career in 2000 and he finished in 2018. His first team, absolute side, Bendel Insurance. Then he moved to La Louvière.
Side.
I think I'm pronouncing that right. Then he went to Lille. Then Lokomotiv Moscow.
Wagner Love.
Oh,
Say again.
Wagner Love.
Peter Odemwingie.
Yes,
Oh.
Peter Odemwingie. I was about to go West Brom.
Right.
And I thought he might get it from there. Cardiff, Stoke, Bristol City for a loan, Rotherham, and he ended his career at Madura United in East Java.
And he's Nigerian, but I think he was born in Uzbekistan.
Yeah, that's 100% spot on. He could have played for a bunch of different clubs.
And he now posts videos of him playing like classic rock songs on guitar.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Like they call it
I've
shredding,
seen
isn't it?
Yeah, he's
shredding.
shredding it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think he does a mean Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Let's get a clip of that in the pod.
Yeah,
100,
yeah.
100%.
It's cool. I like it.
But
I'm
he
into
gets
it.
he gets hammered, doesn't he, for that? Like when he turned up at a training ground, but
He
he
drove
didn't
to
get.
QPR.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was a bit unfair because I think that's just what happens. Like
Well, I think didn't he go there with absolutely no reassurances whatsoever?
That's right.
Yeah.
I think he started giving interviews before anything was done.
Yeah, and then I think the irony was if he didn't do that, it probably like pissed off his current club, and they were like, "Oh,
yeah.
now you're not."
like
going.
his agent didn't even tell him. He just
Yeah.
said, "I'm going to get down there."
Was Harry Redknapp managing QPR at the time?
I would have.
Because
thought
Redknapp
so.
was definitely involved.
I reckon Peters thought, I've seen this guy. He's always in his car, winding down his window. I'm going to do that. I'm going to drive to QPR, wind down my window.
If I just turn up and tell him you've signed me, he'd be like, "Have I? All right, see you tomorrow, mate."
Good player, I think, though.
Yeah, his
Yeah, he was
youth
good.
career was in Russia. It's mad. Kamaz and CSK Moscow, CSKA Moscow.
So he was born in Uzbekistan. Interesting.
Yeah.
So did he grow up around? Like, is that why he went to Russia early and stuff?
Maybe it's a parental thing. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know the full
Because
details.
in my memory of the guy, he's quite light skinned, isn't it? So
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
he might just be half
Oh, I
Nigerian,
think he is
half
mixed. I think he's
Uzbeki
mixed.
or half
Yeah,
Russian.
yeah.
Quite mad.
Yeah.
And then,
Cool mix.
his first proper club was a Nigerian club, Bendel Insurance, as we all knew.
Side.
Good team. Good team.
Okay, let's move on to player number 3. I really picked 3 journeymen. Okay, this guy started out 2006, and I think he might have just retired or is maybe still playing
Right.
because here I've got it up to 2024, but I'm not sure if he's playing this season. But he started back at Kintbury Rangers.
Yes,
Kintbury Rangers.
Good team.
Kimberly.
Then he went to Hungerford Town.
Side. Ooh.
Thatcham Town. The TH, Thatcham Town.
Charlie Austin.
Oh, Joseph, well played.
Crikey. Point each.
No.
There you go.
2-1 to
Two
Joseph.
for me.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Theo's got nothing. Sorry, Theo has nothing.
And then did he go to
So 0
Swindon
there.
after that? Was it?
Went to Poole, and then
yeah.
Swindon, then Burnley, QPR, Saints. I mean, he gets big clubs late on in his career. It's quite
Yeah.
mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
QPR, Saints, West Brom, back to QPR, Brisbane, And then Swindon Town, which
Yeah.
is where he either finished or he is right now.
I think he's one of those players who's, again, a very good player who didn't play for England, isn't it? He's probably one of... Or did he?
No, well, was he one of you or did he play for England?
He wasn't.
I don't
No,
think he
no.
played
I don't
for
think he played
England.
But I feel he's one of the better players to have not played for
Well,
England.
he definitely had a good couple of seasons in the Prem, like the very
Yeah.
least. Yeah.
Everywhere
And
he
was
went,
quite a
scored
character,
goals.
wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one interview, he was just really angry about a foul or an
Yeah.
disallowed goal.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like he's got a black eye, and he's just like
Yeah.
he's just like properly talking like how you would after a five-a-side, just screaming.
Yeah. Just a
I
bloke.
think that was doing the rounds, that interview, and then the end of it was just like Park Life or something.
Yeah.
It just fits so perfectly.
I must say...
yeah, I was going to say, like, yeah, you are right, because around that time, I guess, like, who was it? It was like Ricky Lambert was getting a cap.
Yeah.
Jay Bothroyd got a cap.
Yeah.
Did he? Yeah. So Charlie Austin probably deserved.
I think he was just on the cusp, yeah.
Deserved the run out.
I'm surprised that these players are all... I was expecting like 90s players. You know, this is all quite recent.
I'm liking
so
it.
far.
Yeah.
Keeping it fresh.
mean, it's so hard to know like which way to go with all of this stuff, because sometimes I look at it and I think that's ridiculously hard, and then I think like you three, I don't know, like when I listen to the show, the shit that you know that you really shouldn't know, like you shouldn't have that knowledge in your head.
Yeah, we got nothing else.
Maybe I should go harder, but then I'm like, I think about the listeners as well. And
No,
I don't know.
selected. Well
Yeah,
selected, yeah.
So-
perfect level.
I've got a curveball round for Career We Go. I'm not expecting any of you to get it, but I'm going to throw it out there because, you know, maybe Theo pops up with a point and it's game on for the second round. But this is a curveball, and that's the only clue I'll give you. Okay? But it is legit. This guy, his career, if you want old school, started in 1979
Mm-hmm.
and he finished in 1982.
Oh,
Ooh, absolute career.
I know it.
You know
Do
it?
you?
I think so, but I'll let you.
All right. He started at Brentford. He went Barnet.
Is it?
Is it David Icke?
No.
Bradley Walsh?
Bradley Walsh.
I think David Icke played for Coventry.
Yeah, Coventry. Yeah. Because I was going to do
Bradley Walsh.
I'm getting a point for that, am I?
You getting a point? Yeah.
I was going to do David Icke before, but it's probably best keep him off the pod.
Absolute bloke.
Coventry,
Yeah.
was he Coventry?
Yeah.
Goalkeeper.
Yeah,
He presented Match of the Day once as well.
Mentalist.
that's
Did he?
actually right. And didn't Donald Trump, another bloke,
That was after
do
the Lizards
a
stuff,
League
is
Cup?
that right?
Donald Trump did a...
He did a League Cup draw.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did he?
Donald Trump did a
On
League
Saint
Cup
and
draw.
Gravesy, was it?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
Lord.
yeah. Mental, innit?
Do you play football at all?
Well, I used to play, and we call it here soccer. And
That's right.
why it's never worked out as well in the United States as it has elsewhere. But although we're having the World Cup pretty soon coming to the United States, so that should be great. But it's a great game. I love soccer. I played actually in high school. I played soccer.
So you know what it's all about.
Oh,
then?
I love it. It's a great game.
Yeah.
All right,
Good
well,
closing.
at the end of that round, we have Bobby and Joe tied in the lead with 2. Theo yet to get off the mark, but I feel, Theo, this could be your round. This could
Cool.
be your round, because this round 2, is called Udogie style. And it's all about coming from behind.
That's
Okay?
amazing. That's
So what I want you to do is you're gonna name any of the scorers, okay, whose their goal, this particular scorer that you're gonna name, had to help complete this list that I've created of the top 10 latest ever Premier League comebacks. This is not just latest goals.
okay.
So you have to have come from behind, right? So I want the player who scored the goal that has topped off the comeback, right?
Okay.
So the player who scored like the winner.
The winner.
Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it could also be, there might be the odd draw in here,
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
right? But they've come from behind. And the key thing is, these are the latest possible goals, top 10 latest ever Premier League comebacks. And the nature of where football's gone obviously means that some of these are quite recent as well.
Nice,
Because games
okay,
are just going
yeah,
on longer.
yeah.
So not as hard as you think. So the scoring for this one, it's pretty straightforward. Just name a player. Name any one of the players on my list of the top 10 latest scorers ever in the Premier League who've won or drawn from coming from behind. But there is a bonus option here. If you can name me the player, the game, so both teams, and the year. I'll accept the season or the year. If you can name all 3, that'll be 3 points instead of the 1.
Uh-huh. Nice.
Cool.
Theo, how are we looking?
Yeah, I've
Yeah?
got some names down. Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's enough time then. We will start, Theo, because you're losing. Let's
Okay.
start with your list,
All right.
please.
Well, I've just gone for names.
Okay.
And there's a few recent ones, but yeah, let's go. So I'm pretty sure McTominay did it quite recently. And I've got Aguero, Van Dijk, Solanke, Salah, Trossard, Watkins, Cheick, Douglas Luiz, and Divock Origi. There's quite a few guesses in there towards the end, but hopefully a couple are right. We'll see.
That's remarkable because you were on 0
Oh no,
a moment
I'm still on
ago,
0.
and you are still on 0.
Yeah.
I don't feel too bad.
This
now.
question was tougher than I thought.
I got some of those names too.
Okay, moving
Oh,
swiftly on. Joseph.
Potentially another 0 here. Salah, Aguero, Isaac, Suarez, McTominay, RVP, and there's one game, Chelsea Man United, I think will be in there, but I forget the goal scorer. So
Okay.
that's me.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Fuck.
Again,
0.
0 points. This is proving a lot tougher than I thought. Bobby, are you going to bring it on home?
Bobby's going to clean up here.
Well,
round
no,
2.
because I've gone, for a few of them I've tried to get all.
Nice. All right.
I've gone Bruno Fernandes, Brighton versus Man United, 3-2 to Man United in 2021. I have gone Steven Bergwijn. I have Spurs Leicester, but I can't remember the years.
Oh yeah.
I've gone João Pedro, Brighton 2, Man United 1, 2024. I've gone Dirk Kuyt, Arsenal 1, Liverpool 1, 2011. I went Scott
That's
McTominay.
the shame here.
United Brentford 2-1,
Yeah, that's what I was
2023. But
thinking.
Idiot.
and then the rest were just, Declan Rice, Man United 3-1, 2023. And then the rest are just guesses of names. Van Persie, Vardy, Son, and Kane. I just feel like United have very heavily involved
Cole
and
Palmer.
in a negative way.
Cole
That was
Palmer
a goal
last season.
scorer.
Yeah.
Cole Palmer was the Chelsea United one, wasn't it?
United, I can take you all out of your misery. Bobby, you got 2 perfect answers there. Bruno Fernandes,
sake.
Man U versus Brighton,
Nice
2021
pronunciation.
season.
Watch it with you, Theo.
Scored in the 99th minute. And I think the other one you said was, did you say Dirk Kuyt?
Dirk
No,
Kuyt,
Dirk
Arsenal
Kuyt.
1, Liverpool 1,
Pen, was it?
2011.
2011 in the 101st minute. Excellent,
much better.
excellent work. No other correct answers, but Cole Palmer, you're right, Theo, with your instinct there. Cole Palmer was correct.
4-3, was it?
99th minute versus Man U last season. Man U are involved in a massive amount of these. What's weird is just how late these games have become over the last couple of years. So in 10th place is Ollie Norwood for Sheffield United, which is November 2023 in the 99th minute. Cole Palmer's goal was 99th minute.
Jesus.
Bruno Fernandes, 99th minute. Kulusevski for Tottenham versus Sheffield United, again last season, 99th. Juan Mata's one of the oldest ones, 2011, Chelsea Norwich in the 100th. Leon Bailey versus Palace, in the 100th last season. Jesus, Arsenal Man United
That was it. Not
last
Rice.
season. Cole Palmer, Chelsea Man United last season.
Yeah.
Dirk Kuyt, another old one, Liverpool Arsenal 2011, which you got. And the latest goal of all time was Ollie McBurney for Sheffield United versus West Ham last season.
Don't remember
So
that.
it's mad how the game.
It's mad, isn't
That's
it?
changed.
Pretty much all in the last few years.
Yeah, man.
mental.
That Fernandes one, I remember it was full time had blown. It was 2-2, and there was like a handball, and then after full time they'd gone off, and then VI went to check it and they had to restart the game. He took the penalty, and it was literally the last kick of the game, and he scored, and it was like 99th minute or something.
Fernandes, mate.
Fernandes.
Wenger complaining is normal.
Mathematically, and I was not too bad in math, that's quite difficult to understand the logic of his statement.
You know, they like to cry. That's tradition.
I'm embarrassed for him.
I think boring is 10 years without a title. That's very boring.
The biggest thing of managers is to respect each other, and
He is a specialist in fact.
some people have to improve on that.
Okay, Theo, we're going to make up some points here. Joe, we're going to make up some points.
Yeah, gotta be done.
Because round 3 is called I Think He Ings Both Ways.
Nice.
And this is a bit like sort of double bubble vibe, but it's strictly derby related. Okay?
Okay.
So all you need to do is name a player who's not just played for both sides in a derby, but has scored in at least one derby between them. Okay? And this is post-war only because, fuck me, I mean...
Is this Premier League
took me
only?
days. No. So
Nice.
what you're going to get, you get a point for every player you pick. You get a bonus point if you can pick someone who's scored for both in derby, so both sides. But just to narrow this down, we're focusing on the Classico, the Classica, Merseyside, North London, Tyne Wear, and the Old Firm. So there should be plenty to choose from. Okay? So remember, if you pick someone who scored for both in their derby, and I don't mean, they scored one in the Classico and then he scored one in the Merseyside.
Yeah.
You know, in that specific derby, that will be a bonus point for you.
Wow, okay.
Okay. Bobby, do you want to give us the first one?
All right. I'm going to go for Kenny Miller.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Kenny Miller is correct. Joe?
Lewandowski?
Lewandowski is correct. Scored in the Classica. Yes. Theo? Chance to get off the mark here. It's exciting times.
Worrying times. Luis Figo.
Luis Figo is correct, and you get 2 points because he scored for Madrid and Barcelona. Back to Bobby.
R9, Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, R9, original Ronaldo, scored for both. 2 points. Well done. Joe?
Zlatan?
Zlatan's got to be in there, hasn't he? Let's have a look. Yes. Theo, what you got?
Adebayor.
Adebayor. Oh, well done, Theo. Scored for both.
Wow.
Spurs and Arsenal. Well played. Bobby?
I'm going to go Andrew Cole.
Andrew Cole. North London derby?
No, you Manchester.
Oh, yeah, Manchester, of course.
Wait, was that even in the question?
Nope.
No.
Oh, fuck, I fucked it.
No, Manchester's in it. Manchester's in it.
Okay.
That's my bad. Maybe I didn't say Manchester.
No, you definitely did, because it was one of the first I wrote.
Fuck
Don't
this.
think so.
All right.
I don't have it. Anyway, it's in.
Well, Manchester's in now. But either way, Andy Cole... Oh, no, Andy Cole is right. Andy Cole has definitely scored. Oh, God, that was nearly horrific.
In both or just
Just
one?
in one.
Oh, okay.
Joe.
I've done it again where I got excited. I wrote a name down and I was really happy with it. And I can't read my writing. Oh, I got it. David Bentley?
Very good.
David Bentley.
You played for Arsenal.
David Bentley scored. Yes, well done. 5. Okay, yeah, that's a point for Joe. Excellent. Theo.
Luis Enrique.
Great shout. You're the killer with the scored for both teams, Theo. That's
for
another
both.
2 points.
Well played.
Yeah.
Back in business. Bobby.
Hernan Crespo.
Crespo. What derby are you thinking?
Milan.
Let's have a look. Crespo is not on the list.
No.
Sorry. Okay, first life lost. Joe.
Post-war, yeah?
Post-war, yeah. You're thinking of those
Dennis Law?
great 40 Victorian players. Dennis Law. Dennis Law, yep. First name on my list for Manchester. Well played. Theo, any more doubles?
Matt Hummels.
Matt Hummels, the Classica. Matt Hummels is correct.
Ooh, nice
1 point.
Okay.
Oof, I've got no lives left, have I?
Still there's some big names still knocking about here.
Inzaghi,
Milan. It's incorrect. I'm sorry. So it's goodbye to Bobby, and it's a chance for Theo and Joe to maybe make a bit of headway. So Joe.
Nicky Barmby.
Nicky Barmby. Thinking North London, are you? Or are you thinking?
I'm thinking Liverpool,
Merseyside?
Everton.
Merseyside is correct. Nicky Barmby.
Great shout.
Well played, Joe. 1 point. Theo.
William Gallas.
William Gallas. North London is correct.
Oh, Theo, great
Point
shout.
for Theo. Back to Joe.
Danny Graham, Tyne-Wear.
Danny Graham.
Do you know what?
Or did he play for
I don't
Newcastle?
think he ever played for Newcastle, did he?
No, I fucked that.
I don't have Danny
Nah.
Graham.
Nah, he didn't. No. Life lost.
1 life lost. Still in it. Back to Theo.
I might be completely misremembering, but did Christian Vieri play for Milan? Christian Vieri?
Christian Vieri did play for Milan, but he is not on this list. Okay, so you're both down to your last lives here. Let's see if you can stay in it. Joe, here we go.
This is a guess. Mario Götze.
Ooh, it's a good guess.
Mario Götze in the Classica is correct.
Nice.
Joe's still going, hanging on in there. Theo,
Yeah. Kanchelskis, did he play?
Kanchelskis.
No.
Did he play for both?
No.
He did, and he did score.
Whoa!
What? Theo's pulled it out the
He
bag.
did play for City.
Kanchelskis.
Kanchelskis played for
Yeah.
both and scored in a derby.
Wow.
Well done, Theo. Very well played. Joe, you got anything left in the tank?
Missed that entirely. Peter Beardsley.
Peter Beardsley is going to get you a bonus point because he scored for Everton and Liverpool.
Never in doubt.
Sneaks you into second place, Theo.
Andrea Pirlo?
Andrea Pirlo is not on the list, and that
I'm
is
out.
the end
Okay.
of, I think he ings both ways.
Do I get one more?
yeah, Joe.
Joe, you get one more. You
yeah.
get a little point in here.
This is a guess
Go for it.
again, but
Follow your heart.
Clarence Seedorf.
Seedorf is definitely on my list. Yes, he is. Clarence Seedorf,
Played.
well played.
Nice.
Well played all round there. Little bonus point here for anyone. If you can tell me, just buzz in, who played for both Manchester sides, but never lost a derby.
Schmeichel.
Peter Schmeichel.
Well done, Joe.
Oh,
Got in
well
there
played, Joe.
first. Excellent little bonus point. Yeah, some of the other names in case anyone's interested. Big names in the Classico. You got Luis Enrique, Ronaldo, Figo, Prozinecki. Remember him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Legends like Bernd
Hadji?
Schuster and people like that.
Yeah,
but
Did Hadji do it?
Hadji did not do
No.
it. So few in the North London one, I was surprised, and so many in the Tyne-Wear one. Maybe the proximity or something. In the old days, they just went back and forth.
Yeah.
Back
Yeah.
and forth.
We didn't
Like
get a
it wasn't
single
thing.
Tyne-Wear one, did we?
No.
No,
Between
Andy
us.
Cole was another.
Oh, fuck.
That guy scored for everybody.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
One of the greatest strikers of all
Goal
time.
machine, man.
Unbelievable.
Jack Colback randomly did it.
Oh, yeah. Is he the
Michael-
red-haired guy, the midfielder?
Yeah.
yeah.
Michael Chopra
That was who I
got
was
one
thinking.
goal, only one ever Premier League goal, and it was 15 seconds after coming on as a sub.
Sunderland
and it was
against
in
Newcastle.
the Tyne-Wear derby.
And he's a Newcastle fan, wasn't
Mental.
it? Or he played at Newcastle, yeah.
Mental. The other interesting thing that popped out of the research was Vic Groves did it for Arsenal and Spurs, and
Oh,
that's
Grovesy.
Perry's uncle.
Oh, right.
Remember
right.
Perry
Oh, yeah,
Groves?
Perry
Yeah.
Groves.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He used to always do that thing with a throw. I think he invented it where you just sort of walk down the touchline, just keep
Oh,
going
he
as
keeps
if you're going to throw
inching
it.
down the... Yeah.
Inching down.
He had like a famous autobiography. He was one of the first, it's meant to be a really good footballer's
Groves.
autobiography. Perry Groves, yeah.
Is it?
There you go.
I thought one of you might get. I mean, it's old school, but Mo Johnston. You remember Mo Johnston?
I had him written down.
Did you have him
but
written
I,
down?
didn't, I didn't know
Yeah.
if he
I know you
scored.
lot are old school. I thought you might get that one.
Yeah, he famously did it, didn't he?
Well, he famously played for both, but I didn't know he scored. Yeah,
True, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a couple other old school heads: Roberto Baggio, legend, Michael Rummenigge.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
What else did I find out when I was doing this? Oh yeah, I got a little shout out to centre forward Laurie Brown, who moved direct from Arsenal to Spurs, and played the day after he'd moved. So he moved. You need a bit of a window before you play and get booed.
When
and
was
stuff.
this?
This is in the 60s, mid 60s. So he played the day after he moved to Spurs. He hit the post and got an assist. Right, this is a centre forward. Over the course of the rest of the season, turned out to be so shit, they moved him to centre back. Right, he left after 2 years, scoring 3 goals in total, and scored 2 in 109 over 3 years for Arsenal.
Signing.
Jesus Christ.
Absolute signing in the 60s. Shout out Laurie Brown. Laurie Brown.
On the show next week.
What else? Oh, yeah, no, it was just a desperate pun justification. I think the pun justified itself in the end. I think he ings both ways.
Oh,
but
yeah.
the reason I chose ings was I thought he's played for everyone. He must have played in a derby. And the closest I could find was Bournemouth and Southampton. It's not even a derby. is it?
Yeah.
Not having that. Nah, it's a reach.
Yes.
I mean, if it really was a derby and he played in one and scored in one, it'd be mildly interesting at best. So didn't really need
I
it.
think ings both ways works. I think
ings both
nothing
ways.
in the history or the future career we go, we'll beat Udogie style coming back from behind. I think that is
Coming from behind, mate.
coming from behind. I think that's
Get it right.
I think that's pretty much
Thank you.
pretty
Thank
much
you.
nailed on.
The only thing that they have got is the big boy up front, Sigurdsson, who really, Sigthorsson. Oh, my word. Oh.
David Bentley did not play in a North London derby for Arsenal, so this should have been incorrect. Hernan Crespo played for both teams in the Milan derby and scored for Inter versus Milan. See you all again soon.
All right. Okay. So it's looking nice and tight as we go into the next one. We got Theo on 8 in third place. And then, excitingly, tied in first place, we've got Joe and Bobby on 12. All to play for. So this this round, as I say, is it's a special audio round. It's called Dice to Meet You. This is basically inspired by Bobby, but like I just thought I could go even more official with it because obviously me being showbiz, I've connected with various people from the footballing world. So I've clipped up some of my favourite meetings, favourite moments, and I've removed all the references to their names. So all I want from you is to tell me who from the footballing world I am speaking to. I think a couple of these are pretty easy. A couple might throw you. Who knows?
All right.
But they're all great memories from my life.
Yeah.
So I think that's more important than the points.
Yeah.
But
So-
we will find out who's getting the points. In between each of these audio snippets, I'll ask you for your answer, and we'll see who comes up on top at the
All
end.
right.
Yeah.
I think you should get all 4, personally.
Also, you're sort of suggesting that I didn't go out to America and meet Clinton Dempsey. And,
Well, I don't know. All I'm saying is mine is inspired by true events.
Right. Okay. Cool. I like that. Yeah.
Who did you meet? Clint Dempsey and
Clint
David
Dempsey,
Seaman?
Big Dave Seaman, Ange Postacoglu.
Yeah.
Oh, he did a freestyle for you.
Captain America rep number
Yeah,
8, stay suited up in armor plates. I'm off the Richter
Love
like
that.
a record break, like a broken leg. I just don't play. Group of death, we in no grades.
All right, let's see. Let's go back to, oh my gosh. Oh, I just remembered. There's bonus points in this as well.
Hello.
Ooh.
Because I do think that some of them are quite easy. If you can tell me the event and the year that it happened,
Okay.
you'll get a point for each of those things. So you could get as many as 3 points.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
Wow. All right.
That adds a little something to it. All right, let's start with... Oh, these are actually great memories. They really are. Here we go. See if you can tell me who this is. Okay, we are live in the foyer of the Odeon Leicester Square in London's West End, celebrating the re-release of the classic Disney animated movie Aladdin. I'm joined by a very, very famous fan. Welcome.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Welcome.
What? No, I was.
Huh?
No, I was just saying. I was saying welcome.
Okay, thank you.
No, thank you. So classic film. Of Robin Williams as the genie.
Very good performance.
Yeah, and my favourite song where he imagines Aladdin as royalty.
Prince Ali, special man. Fantastic man.
Yeah, this sort of alter ego that the genie creates for him. Prince Ali, it just makes it such a classic song.
He's a great man, you know.
Well, it's an alter ego. I mean, but yeah, no, he would be a special man if he existed. Are you coming to the after party?
We travel now tonight.
Ah, wicked. All right, well, I'll see you there. What's next for your career in terms of I'm saying, what have you got coming up?
The future is good.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Oh man, that was amazing.
So there you go. I'm not going to tell you when that was, but if you could just write down, or if you got it in your head, who you think that is, and remember, there's a bonus point if you can tell me when and where, or what was actually happening in real life. Okay, so let's start with Joe on this one. Joe, who was I speaking
it's
to
good
there?
chat. That was good chat.
Thank you. Great movie as well.
Yeah, I think that was Harry Redknapp.
Aforementioned. Correct. 1 point.
And I guess if it's an event, I think it's when he became the Jordan manager.
Very, very good. He was the Jordan manager, and that was after an... Oh, actually, no, I won't say anything more because I want to get everybody else. Someone might beat you because you just got Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because if someone can tell me when it was from or what the actual event was, even better. You're going to get all 3 points. But I'm going to give you 2 for that, Joe.
Okay.
Let's go, Bobby.
I knew it was Harry Redknapp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great chat. Loved it. I knew it was an unveiling of I knew it was when he was an international manager, but I couldn't think of the country, so all I've got is Harry Redknapp.
Okay, I'm just going to give you 1 for that because there are specifics to this. If anybody's feeling brave, could it be you, Theo?
Yeah.
You need the points.
Yeah, I put Harry Redknapp, but
correct.
I put manager of UAE because I just couldn't remember the country. And the year I put 2014, but as a guess.
Yeah, okay. Well, no points lost, no punishments, so you get your point. I can tell you it was 8-0. It was after an 8-0 win, so it was on the pitch, the real conversation. It's on the pitch, 8-0 win over Bangladesh.
Good team, good team.
I remember that game.
In March 2016, it was the Asian qualifying for the 2018 World Cup. And it's an amazing interview.
Yeah.
It really is.
Did they win 8-0?
Yeah, they won 8-0, and the guy who's interviewing him just cannot speak English. And you can imagine how someone like Redknapp deals with something like that in the most English way possible. Okay, so that's the first one. You know what to expect now. Let's get a bit more serious now. This was a really quite a serious moment. So let's give it the respect it deserves. Here we go. This is clip number 2. Really do remember this like it was yesterday.
Brilliant, thanks Lee. Thank you. Lee Bowyer there. Lovely to hear about his incredible experiences writing nature poetry while studying butterflies in Nairobi. Okay, another inspirational story now from my next guest. Yep, here he is. You all know him. And now you have an unbelievable story. You recently flew up on the Jeff Bezos Blue Origin space shuttle. I mean, that's pretty unique. Not many people can say they've been on that journey. Can you talk us through it?
Through what?
Going into space. I mean, seeing the Earth from that distance. How did that feel?
It was a good feeling.
Can you expand on that?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's expand. I mean, you're traveling at the speed of light. You're following in the footsteps of Aldrin and Armstrong, essentially making history. I mean, what was that like?
Yeah, it was alright.
You said you'd written a whole speech. You'd prepared a whole speech. You said you'd sat down with a piece of paper and a pen. And
from my angle, it didn't really look like a pen. So,
frankly, that is a weird reason not to look. You could have just put it in your iPhone notes. You could have dictated it to me. I would have typed it out for you. Look at all these people. They want a story.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. You have the chance to do something only a few hundred human beings will ever get to do, right? To travel into outer space, to experience zero gravity, to look down upon the Earth and get a sense of our place in the universe, the significance of our very existence. I mean, what are you thinking as you take all that in?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, round of applause. Fucking hell.
Yeah, after dinner circuit, it can be tough.
You were giving it a lot there.
Yeah, you know, when you get those one-word answers, it's so annoying. You got to kind of. That's why Bowyer was so great because he was good, wasn't he? He was impassioned.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Can you send me the Bowyer poetry?
No, it's a good read. So same deal. I just need the person for 1 point. If you can tell me what was really happening with the year and the event, you could get all 3 points. This time, let's start with Bobby.
So I've gone for Michael Elise.
Correct.
Last-minute free kick against Man United 22-23 season.
afraid you're only half right. It is Michael Elise, of course, and I'm hoping that you two have got the same.
Yeah.
Theo?
Yeah, I've got Michael Elise. I've also put free kick at United. I put 2022 as the year. But
Yeah, little trap I threw in there for you. Joe, maybe you've dodged the trap.
Yeah, Michael Olise.
Michael Elise, correct.
I don't know the game, but I'm pretty sure it's not the Manchester United free kick. It's a different game. Maybe against Chelsea, I'm not sure. So I just went Michael Elise, post-match Chelsea 23.
You got the year right. I'll give you a point for the year. It is post West Ham. Elise and Eze was that time they actually sort of linked up and everything looked really exciting. Everyone started raving about him, except him.
Did you see his unveiling at Bayern Munich? Or no, after his first game at Bayern Munich.
No, he's dead to me now.
They asked him, they were like, so what's the difference between playing in a Premier League and Bundesliga? And he was like, I don't know yet.
That's actually a good answer.
Too right, mate.
Bang on. He's absolutely correct. Yeah, he's like, I don't know yet.
That's funny.
Okay, I don't know where the scores are. Hopefully one of you guys is keeping. I'm saying that gives you 14. No, 15.
Yeah.
15. Okay, so I'm okay. I'm not too bad. I'm getting
I've got me 15, Joe 16, and Theo 10.
Yeah.
I gave it a year 23.
Oh, that's why I didn't give you
so
that
that's
point.
16
Sorry.
then.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
14, 16,
Excuse
10.
me.
Yeah.
No,
15,
15.
15, 16, 10.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so we're still pretty close, but I feel like, Theo, you're going to have to pull some shit out of the bag soon.
I am, mate. I am.
But don't worry, because I feel like this next one might speak to you somehow. This is one of the only times I've actually managed to get on the pitch and be a part of. Yeah.
Nice, man.
I just
getting good access recently, aren't
mate,
you?
I'm telling you, like the bigger the name, you know, once you get in there in that football world, people trust you.
Came on our pod, do you reckon?
It's been a big part, big part, absolutely. So see if you can do the same again. Name me the player, but also, see if you can name the event and the year. Here we go. This is exciting.
Yes, what a match here at the Stade Louis. I'm here in the centre circle, joined by the star of the show tonight. No, you don't get up. You stay lying down. I'll stand. You lie down. You've earned it. You left everything out on the pitch. God, it's so loud. Just try and sum that up for us, if you can.
Ouais, on les savait dangereux sur coup de pied arrêté. On sait que c'est notre point faible.
Right.
En plus, on manque de taille à ce niveau-là. Donc, c'est dommage parce que je pense, à part les 2 coups de pied arrêtés, on était bien dans le jeu. Ils ont eu quelques situations, nous aussi.
Yeah.
Mais on fait des erreurs qu'on peut éviter. Du coup, on va essayer d'apprendre de ça, travailler pour être meilleur durant la saison.
Hold that thought. I'm going to come a bit closer. It's so loud. I can't.
Fatigué par rapport à jeudi, on avait une journée en plus pour se préparer.
I'm standing on what?
Une journée en plus pour se préparer.
Your testicle. Oh Jesus! Someone get this man a medic.
Donc je pense qu'on aurait pu mieux faire, mais ça fait partie du football et on va bien travailler cette semaine pour le week-end prochain.
I am so sorry. Back to you. No, he's getting help now. Back to you in the studio.
So it's the only time I actually got to do that job after
Oh,
I'd injured him beyond repair.
Was he okay?
He actually turned out fine.
Right, fair enough.
But that whole post-match interview was ruined by
you're bilingual?
my clumsiness. Well, you know, I can pick it up. You know, sort of like,
You can get by in Paris.
I can get by for sure. So let's start with Theo. Can you give us all 3 or can you give us 1? Can you give us the player?
Struggling on this one. The only person that I think I can picture the voice and just him, I can't even say I've actually heard him speak, but is N'Golo Kante. And what I'd go with is maybe his man of the match performance at the latest Euros. But don't know. Bit of a guess.
Okay. I'm not going to give anything away this time. Let's go to Joe.
I've got nothing.
Really?
Yeah, I've got nothing.
Okay.
Yeah,
nothing at all. Which means suddenly there's an open goal for Bobby.
I've also got nothing.
Nothing.
I've also got nothing.
Nothing at all.
I feel like I had a few names in my head. I couldn't get there. I feel like Kante's a good shout, but I didn't get anything down in time.
Fair play. Like I said, I thought there was 2 easy ones and 2 relatively tricky ones, and this was one of the tricky ones. So I can tell you, it really was at the Stade Louis. and it was Alexandre Lacazette who scored in Lyon's 2-1 win against Monaco. And that was actually a roving reporter from Canal Plus who was with him. He was screaming so much during that game that he had to undergo vocal surgery.
Whoa.
Yeah. His voice was fucked.
My God. I was going to say, I've heard him talk.
He doesn't talk like that.
Yeah.
That's why it's an extra tricky one.
Wow.
Look that video up because it's mental.
That is mad,
man.
His voice is just fucked, and it was like that for 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Completely missed that.
Yeah. You still in touch with him? Or?
Yeah, I mean, the conversation's a bit of a one-way street, but he does like to, It's like the only thing I understand that he says is "career we go." Like that stands out. All right, lovely stuff. Nil points, which means the scores are still 16, 15, and 10. Theo's still got another chance to maybe make up some space, but maybe you'll all get this, maybe all of you won't. I don't know which way this is going to go. This is one of my favourite moments in my career. And I hope it could be for you guys as well. Here we go. This is the last audio clip in Dice to Meet You. Another post-match. Actually, no, this is pre-match. This is pre-match, a charity game. What was that? So lots of celebs. This was a great day out. Here we go.
Hey. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh Jesus. Oh man. What do we do?
Hold on. Tell me what we did, because I don't know what we did. Tell me what we just did.
We were just doing kick-ups, and you've kicked it too hard, and it's gone straight into a 5-year-old's face.
I don't think they heard you in the back. Me up on WhatsApp. Tell me what we did.
I know. He's out cold. He's 5 years old.
Look. Let me calm down.
Yep, calm down.
First and foremost, I want to thank God. Thank God today he made the impossible possible. Amen.
I don't think God would.
My next story, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
4 years ago, I stood in front of you and I was technically unemployed.
I mean, I don't see what that's got to do with anything. You're going to be unemployed again. That kid is getting mouth to mouth right now.
Let me tell you something. The only person that can hit me up on WhatsApp this time is Klopp.
What? Why would you tell Jurgen Klopp?
So we can celebrate together. You get me?
I thought he loved kids.
There you go.
Wow, that was
difficult situation.
That was unsettling, man. Yeah,
it was. Yeah. It was just kick-ups, and then he's blasted it, which he is wont to do.
Yeah,
he's taken a kid out. First person he texts about it is Klopp.
Yeah.
Weird, isn't it?
So they can celebrate together.
Were you alright after it? Like,
I was fine because the kid ended up being fine, and more was made of it. But it's quite the quite the clip.
Man.
Yeah. It's quite the clip when you see it online. In all its entirety. So this time we will start with Bobby. Can you tell us the person I was doing kick-ups with and what the real event and year was, please?
So it was Akinfenwa, and I believe torn between two events, but I'll go for Wickham Promotion 2022.
Okay. And Theo?
Yeah, I put Adebayo Akinfenwa, Wickham in the playoff final. I can't remember which division, but I went a bit earlier than that. I went 2018.
Okay. And Joe?
Yeah, I went Akinfenwa, promoted with Wickham, and I went with the promotion happening in 21. Promoted to the championship.
Mm-hmm. Well, you are all bang on with Akinfenwa. You're all bang on with Wickham winning in the playoff final. None of you got the year. It was 2020.
Okay.
So 2 points each, which brings Theo up to 12, much needed. But Joe and Bobby still pulling away. Joe on 18 and Bobby on 17. Going into the last round.
Oh.
What do you expect from the Bundesliga? Do you think it will be different in comparison to the Premier League? And does it fit your own qualities?
I think it will probably be a bit different. But, I don't know. No.
Now, this round, to finish us off, before we just try and end on some drama. So, we're going to make it a buzzer round, okay? It's a finger on the buzzer round. So, and by that, I mean just shout out your name when you think you've got the answer. This round is called Oh Dear, spelled D-I-A. Obviously, in reference to what is sort of widely accepted as the worst transfer of all time in Ali Dia. I've listed some of my personal favourites. Terrible moves.
Okay.
Just absolute shockers. A bit like Career We Go. I'm going to tell aspects of these stories. You're going to jump in whenever you can with the player's name. You just got to be first to the punch. Going to start with some vagaries, and then hopefully, like, the clues will become clearer and clearer. All right, so I was signed for 7.2 million in 2011. Okay, and I'd signed from a relegated club. My new club needed a real leader. I took over as club captain, and my new club were immediately relegated. The nadir of my season was when I was fined for showing up to training drunk.
Andy Carroll?
And then we were relegated again. I was signed from Birmingham City, and the club I went to was Wolves. We were immediately relegated.
Oh, Roger Johnson.
Captain. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, fuck.
7.2 million.
Wow.
Cash.
I'll tell you, there's some stories here, bro. All right, point for Robert. Okay, next up. You got the vibe now. Okay, I was signed for 10.2 million in 2001.
What?
This is a deep cut, by the way, guys.
All over it.
So it was a newly promoted club into the Premier League at this point. They signed me. I was 25. I'd done pretty well where I come from in Italy. Scored 20 goals, but it was in Serie B, not Serie A. My manager was definitely hoping that I was going to hit the ground running. Scored once in my debut season. Eventually lost my place to Andy Cole. Finished my run in England with 2 goals.
Karate?
Say again?
Karate? Bernardo Karate?
Grabby?
I'm going to give it to Bobby. It's Grabby. I thought you were like nearly getting it there, Joe. It's Corrado Grabby. You were definitely in the right.
Corrado Grabby.
Yes, signed from Ternana in Italy for 10.2 million to Blackburn after Alan and Shearer, obviously, and Alan Shearer, Chris Sutton gone like, he was shit.
Yeah. Is he the, I think Souness or something?
Yeah, Souness was involved.
Was his son playing Football Manager or Championship Manager, and he was good on there, signed him, and was not good. Although 10.2 million 25 years ago, whatever it was.
In 2001.
Hell, man.
My eyes popped out of my head when I saw that. Okay. All right, we all know what we're doing. That was the point for Bobby.
Very good.
Okay, here we go. Here's a cult character. I was signed on a free transfer in 1999. Other sources have said I cost 4.5 million, but you know how it is in football. Basically, it was a disaster, start to finish. I only ended up starting 4 games for this gigantic club I went to.
Massimo Taibi?
Yes, didn't even get into the position. Well done, Bobby. Yes, Massimo Taibi.
Celebrating there before the answer was even confirmed.
I was about to do. I've got it wrong, but then yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he's been mentioned on Career We Go many times before. He signed from Venezia, started 4 games for United.
So there's confusion whether it was a free transfer or 4.5 million.
That's right.
I bet it was 4.5 million, but whoever it was wants to
Didn't
cover that up.
admit it, yeah.
No, he was on a free. He came on a free. Yeah.
Obviously, the very famous gaff against Letitia sort of made him like a kind of cult status, not a hero. But I didn't know that he was 11 goals in 4 games he let in. In the 3rd game, he blamed his studs.
Yeah,
against Liverpool, I think.
Against Liverpool,
pathetic.
He conceded 5 against Chelsea as well, including getting
5
through the legs
against Chelsea.
from Jody Morris.
Mental.
Which just retired.
Just not a keeper.
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. Next up, I was signed for 13.7 million.
Jesus.
In 2014. That's when I came to the Premier League. The team I went to were desperately trying to avoid relegation. And it felt, I have to say, my signing felt like a bit of a coup, if I may say so myself. You know, I'd banged in 30 goals in 36 appearances, my last club.
It's good going, mate.
Decent, mate. Club record fee in the January window. If you don't remember my career there, you're probably not alone. My signing pretty much led to the sacking of one manager, a Dutch manager who was replaced with a German manager whose emphasis on fitness meant that I did not get a sniff.
Saido Berahino.
Ooh, good guess, not right. I ended up playing out 153 scoreless minutes for my West London-based team, who were promptly relegated, and I never played for the club again. In fact, I went back to where I came from on loan, and then went on to Benfica, and the West London club eventually sold me to Benfica for 6.3 million in 2016. Give you a bigger clue. The team that I went to that led to the sacking was René Moulenstein, who was replaced by Felix Magath.
Yeah.
Bigger clue. I was signed from Olympiacos, where I got 30 goals in 36 appearances.
Well, I'm out though.
Oh, you're out.
Yeah.
Bobby's out, but he's got it. It's been so long I'd forgotten you'd made a guess.
Mitrovic?
No, Theo, it's
God.
all yours. Take it home.
Um,
Olympiacos went back there afterwards. The West London team, of course, was Fulham.
yeah.
The year 2014.
Goals.
Not easy.
No.
Shame.
No.
Not getting it wrong.
Vladimir Petric. Can't remember.
No, it was, and Bobby got it on second attempt, Kostas Mitroglou.
Oh,
Absolute player.
13.7 million.
So
that's a good one.
if I said I've lost his name again.
Mitroglou.
Mitroglou. Yeah. If I said
I
that
would have
instead of
accepted
Mitrovic.
I would have accepted the surname.
You got the first 5 letters
Yeah, you
right.
got
Yeah,
Mitro.
that's what I meant to say.
Okay, let's get in some real legends.
Here we go.
You ready for this?
Here we go.
Let's get back to the 90s.
Here we
Because
go.
Back
I
to
was
basics.
signed, this is proper money as well, for 653k.
Yes, please.
No, 653,000. Yeah, that's right. 653k in 1995. Not going to lie, didn't start well. Got worse. Got sent off in my second appearance. Basically trying to break Gary Neville's leg at the knee. Still went on to make 2 more appearances for my new club in the Premier League. And I finished my Premier League career with 100 minutes total.
Wow.
When I returned to the country of origin, which was where I'd signed from, my home country, a quote was misheard in a press conference with the London team I'd signed for so terribly and left, which led to The Sun to publish a headline suggesting I'd left the club to live in a caravan. The story wasn't true, but I did go back home to finish my wonderful career. Let me know if you want a bigger clue. I signed from Sparta in 1995 to go to a club in East London, which is where the Neville leg incident happened.
Sparta.
Thomas
Repka.
I'm afraid that is correct.
That was completely the wrong years.
1995. Sparta, in case you weren't aware, is in the Netherlands, which is where that headline came from. It said that I was going home in a Dutch caravan.
Right.
My surname... my surname is what an American kid might call their snot.
Oh,
Booga.
Boogers.
Boogers.
I think Theo was there maybe first.
He said Booga.
I
said Booga.
Yeah, it's Boogers.
Don't know. Steward's
Bobby's.
inquiry.
It's Bobby's.
You
I
reckon?
think it's Bobby's.
Okay, Bobby takes the points with the big clue at the end.
Yep. Very good.
Okay. Next up, I mean, it's just legend after legend here. I was signed for 6.3 million in 2010 to come into the Premier League. It started well, I'm not going to lie. Scored the opener in a Carling Cup final win. After that, frankly, it was just a shit show. We got relegated. I scored a bit in the Championship.
Zigic.
Well done. It was Nikola Zigic. Bobby's on fire.
On an absolute wedge as well.
Yeah, 50 grand a week he was taking in the Championship. And they'd not put a clause in to reduce his wages in case of relegation.
That was exactly like that's one of the most famous ones where there was no clause, and he was like, "I ain't going anywhere."
Lingered for years. It peaked with what manager Lee Clark called the worst training session I've ever come across in 2013.
Gotta respect it. Gotta respect it.
If I'm Zigic, I'm doing the exact same thing.
Oh yeah,
mate, rinse it.
Yeah.
Rinse
He almost
it.
sunk the club, didn't he?
Of course, it was Birmingham City. Yeah, yeah. I mean, almost literally it went down in that first season. Birmingham City, of course, he signed from Valencia.
Yeah, did they get double relegated? Did they like?
I'm not sure.
Maybe not double relegated, but did they go down to League One?
Maybe actually.
Maybe I'm not.
Or
sure.
was it last day they stayed? Yeah,
My
I
research
don't think
only
they've
went
been to
so
League
far.
One actually.
yeah. Anyway, they were struggling. They were struggling. Yeah.
6'7", Nikola Zigic. Okay, I was signed for 10.4. This is another eye-watering fee. 10.4 million in 2001.
Jesus Christ.
It's cash, man.
Yep. My signing, pretty crazy to be honest, because I was hoping, genuinely, I was hoping for like 13 grand a week, right?
Seth Johnson.
Oh,
Beat me to it.
yeah,
Fuck.
same.
Wow.
Too quick.
Bobby, you know this story clearly. Do you want to tell the story?
Was it him and his agent chatting to Peter Ridsdale?
Peter
or
Ridsdale,
something,
yeah.
And then he wanted, 15 or whatever it was.
Yeah, reports vary, but it's around 13, 14
Did they offer him 30 or 50?
Ridsdale went in with 30 grand a week.
Jesus Christ.
Like he was ready to do that. And then Johnson audibly, visually gasped. And Ridsdale read it wrong and thought, oh, fuck. Because there was a lot of hype around Seth Johnson at the time. He was like, fuck, I've insulted him.
Yeah.
So he offered him 37 a week and he took it.
His agent was just like
24 grand more than he went in there expecting.
Christ.
And he ended up going back there, didn't he? He went Leeds, Derby, and then he went Derby to Leeds, and he went
Then
back to Derby.
yeah.
And he's sort of, in a weird way, he's an interesting kind of representation of how fucking mental Leeds was at that time.
Yeah.
I don't think people remember properly
Nah.
like how nuts it was.
Yeah.
The gamble that they took on making Champions League.
Yeah. Also, I don't think people realise just how close they were. They were so on the cusp.
Yeah, the
of
Rio
challenging
Ferdinand.
United and getting far in the Champions League. They were so close. Like, in hindsight, it almost makes you think like it's maybe worth the risk. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
I think that story tells you the exact opposite.
Well, no, but I mean, as in it worked out to be absolutely.
If it worked out,
shambles. But
yeah.
they were so close to winning leagues and stuff like that.
And it went the other way. So the club entered administration, got relegated to the Championship. Impossible situation. 59 appearances he'd made for the club, right? But the
more than I thought.
60th was going to set this trigger of a 250 grand payment to Derby.
So he never
Leeds
played again.
couldn't afford, so they had to bench him for the rest of the season. And he went, like you said, back to Derby on a free transfer.
Absolute negotiator, man.
Mental.
And then Ridsdale moved on to like Cardiff, and he stayed in the game. And it's like,
who's taking
mate,
that? Yeah.
mate, get away from
something
my club.
Quite recently happened with Barca and Griezmann with that. They couldn't play Griezmann more than 60 minutes
I
or
think
something.
it happens way more than
Yeah.
we
So
realise.
I remember there was. Do you remember Manuel Fernandes? He played for Everton and Portsmouth, maybe.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No.
He was a really good
FM
player.
legend, wasn't he?
Yeah, FM
Yeah.
legend. That's how I know
Yeah.
him. He was a Portuguese midfielder. He joined Portsmouth, I think, from Sporting Lisbon with your mate Harry Redknapp, and he was always really good. But he never played more than 2 games in a row. And apparently, it came out later that if you ever played 3 games in a row, it would trigger a clause to the club they signed him from, which is like obviously you think probably bollocks. But now you're thinking probably true.
Yeah,
like,
true, yeah.
probably
With-
true.
with-
So, and he went to Everton afterwards, and he was like a really talented player.
With
But,
the Griezmann one, it was like he couldn't play a full game, or
Yeah,
they were only
60
bringing.
minutes, and he
that was right. Yeah.
coming on like 58 minutes or coming off on 59 minutes every time.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah.
Shambles.
Absolute business.
Next up, I signed on a free transfer in 2019. It was short but disastrous, this move. Took over from an injured stalwart, but every performance, I'm not going to lie, was calamitous. Scored an own goal in one of my 7 starts. I was another one who basically brought about the sacking of our manager, who was a big name considering the size of the club. The director of football followed. We were flirting with relegation. The club were actually averaging 1.2 points per match without me, but way less with me in the team. What else can I tell you about myself? I played 686 minutes of football for this London club I'd moved to, an East London club. And in that time, I'm not going to lie, look, I was a goalkeeper. I let in 14 goals and scored an own goal, as I say, which is, that's some going. No good? Okay, well, I signed from Espanyol in Spain back then, 2019, to go in goal. The keeper that I took over from is doing a great job. He's done a pretty decent job wherever he's been, the keeper I took over from, which is not what I did. The manager that I got sacked was named Manuel Pellegrini. And the director of football that went after him was Mario Husilos. No? The keeper I took over from, you got to get it after this. His name was Lucas Fabianski.
Adrian?
No, Bobby's frozen out. The East London team that I played for, as I'm sure you've probably now guessed, is West Ham United. I let in 14 goals in 7 starts.
Wow.
I don't know if this is fact. I'm just trying to remember this. I think I was saved various blushes by lockdown happening. No fans being in the stadium to see me continue being shit. I have a singular name. I'm one of those guys. It begins with an R.
Robles?
No. And it ends with an O. And it's a singular name, so I only need one name. Don't even need two.
A shit West Ham goalkeeper from 2019.
The last clue is what we'd call Bobby if he was Spanish.
Oh.
That's all I'm giving you, Theo. And we're out.
Roberto.
There we go. All
I
right.
still don't even know who that is.
Yeah, who the fuck is that?
Remember Roberto?
No.
He was a shocking keeper. West Ham fans will remember. All right, well, that was a gift to you, Theo.
Yeah,
Don't say I
needed
never
it.
give you anything. Next up, I signed for this Premier League club in 2016 for 21.8 million. Midfielder. This club aren't the sort of club who spend this kind of money, by the way, so it's a big deal. Club record signing.
Ross McCormack?
No, went early.
He's gone.
Club record signing. Goodbye, Theo. Wanted to make an immediate impact. Of course I did. Charlie Adam compared me to Patrick Vieira, mate. Publicly. Vieira was 40 years old at the time, so it's probably fair. I feel like I became the symbol of this club's rapid decline, to be honest, and departure from the Premier League. They've never returned. I made 26 appearances over 2 years. Got dropped to the under-23s. Got loaned out when we got relegated.
In Zonzi?
No. So
just
went
hang
to
around
Vallecano to change my fortunes. Got relegated with them. Got sent home from my loan in Serie A with Lecce after 3 appearances. And then my parent club cancelled my contract by mutual consent with 18 months still to go. That parent club was Stoke City. I signed from Porto.
What was his name?
Midfield for Stoke City, 21.8 million.
Wow.
Any guesses?
Oh, you.
Oh, actually, it's only
We're
Joe
out.
left.
The two guys are out,
left.
so it's
they're still playing in their heads.
Have you got anything else?
What else can I tell you? His initials are GI.
Yeah,
It's a really tricky one, this. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have to push you, Joe.
Imbruglia.
Natalie Imbruglia is correct.
Imbruglia.
I'm torn.
His famous brother. That's very good. Very close. It's Gianelli Imbula.
Imbula.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Really had a shocking career.
20 mil?
22 mil?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Why are they
22
playing
mil.
at, man?
Let's do a legend of this genre.
They're all legends, man.
This guy really is. He's the poster boy for this genre. Okay, I signed for 11.3 million to my new Premier League club in 2014. I was on a contract worth 70 grand a week. I'm another one of those where the clause for having the salary reduced was not there in case my team were relegated. We got relegated. Then we fucking got relegated again, to the point where I was now on 43 grand a week salary in League One.
Jack Rodwell.
Well done.
Yeah.
I think you'll agree Jack is kind of like the face of this.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
If there was an article about it, it'd just be a big poster of him, wouldn't it?
43 grand a week in League One.
League One.
You know what?
League One always.
We're not talking about Czech.
League One always.
And now he did what he did today and go out in this manner because he's untouchable. That is mad. League One West.
You know what, Rodwell, like, you know, the Sunderland Till I Die documentary, and he was like painted as this wronging. But I was like, nah, man, like, you've done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Like, this is just absolutely shambolic way to run a
It's not his
football
fault.
club.
Yeah.
Not your fault. And like,
if my employer paid me 40 grand a week to do fuck all,
You're not going to have a word with him, like, knock on the door, like, hey, boss, listen.
I need a bit more work, mate.
I feel bad about all this money I'm making. Yeah. Because it was during that time that, like, Sunderland were just investing money in diabolical ways. So I think they had like a I'll have to get this fact checked, but I think they had like a cryotherapy room, and someone came in to do a bit of an audit, and it's like, okay, who uses this? And they were like, Martin Bain, who was the chairman.
The chairman.
The guy who the whole documentary opens, he's like going for a swim.
Yeah.
He's like, I go for a swim at 6 a.m. in the morning, I'm a go-getter. He was the only guy who was using that facility. So they're like, yeah, let's get this shut down. Yeah.
Okay, well, with the scores at 24 to Bobby, 18 to Joe, and 13 to Theo, I'm going to do, I think, I really want you back in the game, Theo, but we can't just do this all day. So let's do a few more and see if Joe can catch up on Bobby. Theo, maybe we're playing for pride here. Let's have a look. I was signed for 5.2 million in 2002, and to be honest, I was one of the club's biggest signings at the time. But I got on the manager's bad side because it seemed like I was more interested in going back to Ecuador to play for the national team rather than play for my
Delgado.
Well done, Joe. Delgado ended up playing 65 minutes. Trained 5 times in his
65
minutes in his first season after joining Saints in 2002. Played all 3 matches for Ecuador in the World Cup. Doing fine, mate. Feeling great.
Fit as a fiddle, mate. What are you worried about?
It was Gordon Strachan was the gaff.
Gordon Strachan was the gaff. Okay, what about this one? I signed for 13.7 mil in 2012. Attacking midfielder, I'd say. I am. I was only 21. Got off to a decent start, I suppose, in my first season, then went south pretty quick. Started 3 matches, played a total of 578 minutes over 3 seasons.
Wow.
But I was contributing. 1 goal, 1 assist. Spent most of my time on the bench. Made loan moves, though. I went to Hull City for a bit.
Ben Arthur?
Ooh. Then Middlesbrough for a bit. And then I stayed at Middlesbrough for on a free transfer. Became one of the club's highest earners at 65 grand a week. The club that I signed for...
Gaston Ramirez?
Oh, well done, Theo.
Okay, now.
Southampton was the club that he signed for. The
Uruguayan, yeah.
Gaston Ramirez.
What a name that is, by the way.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? There's even a song about him he could use, isn't it, from that? Which one was that? Was that Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah.
Gaston. All right. Let's try... Oh, this guy. I remember this guy. Okay, I signed for 15.8 million in 01.
What?
01. And to me, I feel I'm a decent player. I really do, and I think that's fair. But I was just... I don't know. I just landed in the midst of some drama. Because the chairman of the Premier League club I went to actually refused to pay the manager, who he then sacked, right? Refused to pay part of his salary. So he was accusing him of overpaying for me and trying to pocket part of the fee. So it created some big 3-way stink. Anyway, suffice to say, move didn't work out. Scored 11 goals in 49 starts over 2 seasons at this club, which is based in West London. And I later described...
Steve Marley?
Yes, well done. Later described time with the club as hell. Well done, Bobby.
Who was the gaffer?
The gaffer was
Tigana?
Jean de
Yeah.
Tigana, and the chairman, of course, Mohammed Al Fayed. Okay, let's do a couple more. This guy. This guy. Oh, yeah. I signed on a free transfer in 2000. It's kind of mad to imagine the club I moved to in the Premier League having deep financial concerns, but they really were, at the time, deep in the red, on the verge of a financial crisis. And I was one of the causes of their near insolvency. Brilliant. Even though I signed on a free transfer, I got a contract of 40 grand a week under the stewardship of my very famous Italian boss.
Winston
then-
Bogard.
Yes, well done. Very famous
good.
Italian boss was
Ranieri?
Vialli.
Vialli.
Gianluca
Vialli.
Vialli,
Oh,
who
yeah.
was sacked 13 days later. Ranieri came in, did not rate Bogard at all. Refused to loan him unless the other club picked up the entirety of his wages. Nobody wanted to do that.
Jesus.
Bogard just sort of faded away.
Was it 40, did you say 40k?
40k a week. Yeah, in 2000. He made 9 Premier League appearances.
Wow.
Never made another appearance for Chelsea or anyone else.
See,
ever again.
I would say
that was it. It was done.
I would say he's the poster boy of this.
Bogard.
Yeah.
Over Rodwell.
I would say,
Okay.
yeah, I would go Bogard over Rodwell.
Nice.
I think he was the original.
Just cashing in.
He was the original.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just being like, you know what, fuck this.
And it was his last contract as well, so
Yeah,
fuck it.
fucking do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, listen, Rodwell, Bogard, Zigic, they're all up there, but I'd go Bogs.
I mean, I've got loads of these. Should we do one more? You want one more? Two
Yeah,
more? One more.
We'll do one more.
Let's do one more.
Because I just don't think you're going to catch
But
Bobby this
Bobby's
week.
just pulled away.
Yeah,
Just pulled
you're
away.
going to catch him.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was hoping there'd be more drama. Sorry, guys.
That might be on us.
Yeah, it's kind of our fault.
All right. This guy. Let's see. I'll just go for a deep cut to finish it. Fuck, there's a lot of Sunderland players. Sorry, Sunderland. I'm looking at you, Ricky Alvarez. Okay. Yes, this is nice. I signed for 7 million in 2001.
Carl Court?
Oof, went in early. No.
That was 7 mil though, wasn't it?
7 mil, 2001. It's a lot of money. Bearing in mind, this was the 23rd largest transfer in the summer for any Premier League club at the time. And it was the 6th largest fee that the club I was going to had ever played for a player ever.
Wow.
So it was a big deal. And apparently, according to reports and well, quite widely reported actually, a large chunk of that 7 mil went straight to me. Which is quite mad because I'm one of the least impactful signings in Premier League history. Took 8 months before I could finish a full 90-minute match.
No way.
And that was in the reserves. I never started a game for the club that I went to. I just played 138 scoreless minutes across 8 appearances and then got loaned back to the team I came from, which was Dinamo Zagreb. I threatened to spend the remaining 30 months of my contract in the reserves, and the club that owned me in the Premier League, in the West Midlands, settled a deal.
Balaban?
It is Bosco Balaban.
Bosco Balaban.
Up front for Aston Villa. Well done,
Player.
Theo.
Nice.
Well played. What a name that is as well.
Bosco
Yeah.
Balaban. Bosco Balaban, Gaston Ramirez, yeah, Dons. I mean, I've got so many of those who could go all day. But when I saw what the scores were, thought it might just have to call it. And I don't know, I've listened to a lot of episodes and I don't think I've ever heard Bobby win, so in a way it feels good.
First for everything. Let's save a bunch of those for the next time.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got loads more shit, man.
They're,
I mean,
they're
I
great.
don't even know what knowing Ben Mee, knowing Yunus Kabul is yet, so that could become something.
Well, a hard and fast rule at Career We Go HQ is the pun comes first.
Name first.
Yeah. And then we worry about the rest after. But,
Well, that was highly enjoyable. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, nice one.
Thanks very much. That was a great quiz, and buzzing with the win actually.
Good.
Yeah, well played.
You deserved it. I mean, you were on fire from the start, really. I'm interested to see if you can keep it going. Who's going to be on the show next week?
Well, Laurie Brown's coming on.
That dude is a
Zigic, if we can afford to pay him.
And Bosco Balaban, I think.
And Marco Boogers.
Marco Boogers, yeah.
Give
It'll
a
be
shout.
great. So, join in. Also, Lacazette will come back. A few scores to settle.
Yeah, for real. I own one or two.
Yeah, nice one for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very
Cool.
much.
Yeah, so thanks for listening, and thank you, Ben, for hosting, and we'll see you again next week.
Nice one. See you then.
Perfect.
Nice one.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I
Ben.
appreciate that.
Nice one, mate.
Thank you. Cheers.
Okay, Sockbuster time, or as we're calling it this week, Dockbuster.
I like
Good,
that.
good, isn't it? I was going to recap last week's, but I do not remember it. So it's a well done to anyone who got that, presumably. Bobby, have you got one for us this week?
Yep. So this week's Dockbuster. I got some money from the government that I don't need to pay back, which is good. And that puts me in first place whilst trying to get that ale. So I got some money from the government that I need to pay back, which puts me in first place to get that ale.
Ale.
And the initials are GL. Thanks very much. We'll see you next week.